So you might be thinking, this isn't what I normally do on the channel, and you'd be right about that, but I don't really care. I've always been interested in PCs and making them, building them, finding the parts and all this and that, and my friend Sam has been gaming on the same PS4 for God knows how long, and it's not great, it's very slow, and I thought I would do him the service of building him a sub £300 PC to get him started. The only trouble is, it's kind of it's interesting. It's going to be very gimmicky and all round a bit of a funny one. It might work, might not, but yeah. So I've already acquired a fair amount of the parts that we will need for this. Some of which are down there, but I don't want to spoil the surprise yet, because it's really it's going to be interesting. But later today we're going to go to Harwich and pick up the GPU, which is a Asus GTX 1060 6GB model for only £100, which I think is it's a pretty good bargain. How you doing, Sam?
Harwich.
Pick up your graphics card.
Graphics card.
Oh yes, the cheap price of £100, which is good for a graphics card.
Is it?
It is these days. Collected.
It's
been in pretty good condition, apart from obviously the
couple of fans
two
missing.
fans gone, but that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Bit grimy on the back.
I'm sure your father has something in his office too.
You just need like cleaning alcohol, and then the actual top side there looks also a bit grimy. But all in all, if it works, I'll say it's a bargain.
Bosh.
What? Wow, crazy. So here we are with all the components. It all total to less than the £300 actually. I don't remember how much. I think it was 280. Just 80. Look at that. But yeah, it should be pretty exciting. We've got some very very questionable parts of this build, but all in all, we're gonna have 16GB of DDR3 RAM. It's only going to be clocked at 1600 megahertz, but that's all right. It's going to have an i5 4590 in there, which is like, I think 4th or 5th gen Intel. So quite old at this point, but it'll work. And yeah, we've got a 480 gig Crucial SSD and a 2 terabytes hard drive, which will be for your games. So yeah, should be interesting. So we're going to have to do some pretty extreme modifications to this game, because as you can see, it comes with the hard drive thing, which we don't want because of this. The 1060, which is quite a big version of the card. You can tilt the camera down, by the way. It's quite a big version of the card. And as you can see, using this demonstration down here, if we did try and get the graphics card in, it simply wouldn't fit. So using my brute strength, as you can see, it has been removed. Now the card will fit. But first we're going to do a few more things.
While I'm riveting the rivets out. Riveting?
Nice one.
Well, I'm drilling out the rivets to take the hard drive tray out so that we can fit the graphics card in. This bad boy.
Very easy, everyone, as you can clearly see. Alright, so the next order of business, I think, is to remove the old RAM kit, which I think is two 4 gig sticks, and also take off this CPU cooler and replace the thermal paste, because I have a sneaky suspicion it's probably the same paste from the original application. So just to be safe, we're gonna sort that out. Well, it fits. It's a bit tight.
Never heard those words before in my life.
Nope. But we do have enough clearance. But now is actually the most ghetto part of the whole thing, which is actually the powering the GPU, because this power supply doesn't have any 6 pins. It only has a shitload of SATA pins. We're going to use 2 SATAs to power the graphics card. Now, I have done the maths on all this. The CPU has a max TDP of about 80 watts. The graphics card has a max TDP of about 120 watts, which gives us 200 watts. And the power supply has a max wattage of 290 watts. So in theory, we've got 90 watts of headroom, and it should work. We'll find out.
The body is at the floor.
DVD drive. Well, so there's been some developments.
Ash wasn't filming, so we didn't get to see the actual erecting process of it.
We were janking it, okay? I couldn't film it whilst we're fucking janking it.
So we've bent that bit of metal out there and double-sided sticky taped the hard drive to there so it fits. The SSD, we've double-sided sticky taped that down there. We've booked some wires in there. We've got some booky shit on that thing. You know.
All in all, cable management's pretty piss poor.
Yep.
And there is a slight chance that none of this is going to work, but it's yeah, it's the enthusiasm that counts.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that to sound on so quickly. We've got a BIOS, baby. She lives.
She
The
lives.
absolute book of this system.
Oh my god.
So, I mean, I'm not, you know, look at this, everyone. We're powering a 1060 using 2 SATA cables. That's not meant to be done. We've also completely taken this case's virginity in all ways, in that we have
completely
revolutionized
destroyed gaming.
Completely destroyed the hard drive cage. We fucking used double-sided tape to stick hard drives in places where they're not supposed to be. So it's been a little while, and we've been doing some interesting modifications to try and get this all to work. As you can see, the graphics card has been recognised and we've installed drivers and everything, so that's handy. But currently, we're just making sure that the hard drive is secure.
Yeah, we didn't like how it was secured earlier, so
Yeah, we tried to tape it in there with some double-sided carpet tape, and I was informed that was a bad idea apparently. So we're not doing that anymore.
It's got a nice little meat number. See the little shimmer of grease on the surface. Let's have a little taste. It's a bit of chicken tikka. It's nice. Nice bit of a pepperoni.
oh,
It's good. Cheese is good. Nice and stringy.
that's just food review.
So the Ghetto PC is finished, and that all went quite well. But now for some performance figures. These are rough estimates for the sort of games that you might want to play on a PC that costs around this much money. I wouldn't recommend playing anything too new, but we have included some new titles or newer titles like Modern Warfare 2, 2022, and that's like Warzone and everything. Minecraft, even Fortnite, yeah, I know. CSGO. Just like some general benchmarks, just so you know how much bang you're getting for your buck, or how much pounding you're getting for your pounds. I'm going to stick with that. Yes, also this clip's being recorded on 700D at 4.4K or something like that, so that's pretty interesting as well. But yes, hopefully I'm in focus and my microphone can hear me. Okay, here's the performance. Sits on Sam's desk at his house, and he's been loving it. I think, considering this was my first real attempt at this kind of project or video, I think it didn't turn out too badly. I think the formatting needs some work, definitely. I guess when you're hanging around with friends and working on a project like this, you sort of lose track of the initial vision for the video. But all in all, I'd say it turned out well. And as for the Ghetto PC itself, I think it turned out pretty great considering the price to performance ratio. Sam's happy. I'm happy. Yeah, it's been a fun little project. Hopefully I can try and do some more PC building projects or just something along these lines, because it's been really fun and I've enjoyed the challenge. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you are interested in building this PC, I'd say if you can squeeze a better CPU, motherboards in there, bit of RAM, then do. Because ultimately that's the bottleneck of the system. But for the price, if you can find one for the exact pricing that we did, then it's a pretty good system, a great starter system for someone who's young and wants to get into it, or just for someone who's on a budget. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.